Hi friends! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sky and today we're going to be doing some stretching. It's going to be mostly lower body, so from here all the way down, and we're going to be using a kitchen chair. As you can see behind me, it is preferable that you use a chair that doesn't have armrests on either side. Most kitchen chairs don't, but just in case yours do, I would search around the house for something that doesn't have arms on either side. Mostly because we're going to be moving our legs to either side of the chair and we want that free range on either side to do so. I would also make sure that it is stable, so it's preferable not to have any wheels on it, which seems kind of obvious, but just in case. This is follow along style, which means that I provide the music. All you need is the chair. Shoes are optional. I'm not going to wear shoes because I never do, as most of you know. And this video is dedicated to my good friend Tammy. She requested a stretch routine that helped the stiffness in her hips and her hamstrings and her quads, so that's what we're going to work on today. So if you watched this movie and you liked it, you can thank Tammy. Okay, so we're going to get started here. Go ahead and pause the video and get your kitchen chair. Make sure that you have plenty of space around the chair. This is for all fitness levels, and the reason why we're using the chair is to make sure that there's stability and modified movements available to anyone. So most people should be able to do this. We won't be standing up and sitting down or any of that exercise jazzercise. Jazzercise? Yeah, people do that, right? Okay, anyway. Pause the video, get your chair, find a spot to put your phone or whatever you're watching this on. I'm providing music, so don't worry about that. A lot of people like dim lighting because it's more relaxing for my stretch videos, but totally up to you. And it kind of goes without saying, but because we're going to be stretching, I wouldn't recommend doing this routine with jeans on. You need to have stretchy or loose or breathable clothing. I will continue to take requests for stretch videos depending on where you're feeling stiff. So it's Tammy's turn right now, but if after this video you are moving your body and you're going, oh, I'm like really stiff in this spot, please reach out to me, send me a message, comment, Instagram, YouTube, whatever, and tell me what's stiff, and maybe I'll dedicate my next video to you. Okay, everybody get in your chair, get nice and comfortable. You can sit however is most comfortable for now, but I want you to think about where your pelvis is. We want to take our hips and try to tilt them forward so that we're really sitting on our butt bones so we can straighten our posture out. And we're going to start by just loosening up our shoulders a little bit before we dig into the lower body. So go ahead and sit up nice and tall. I want you to do a few shoulder rolls backwards. We're going to lift up and back and around. Very good. And then we're going to switch directions and go forward. A few circles this way. Good. Now I want you to go ahead and link your fingers in front of your body. And you're going to widen your stance just a touch, not super wide yet. We're going to straighten at the elbows, and then we're going to lift both arms up above our head. And then you're going to take in a deep breath and think about squeezing your shoulders way up into your ears, holding your belly button in tight and thinking really, really tall. And then on the exhale, you're going to press into one shoulder blade, and we're going to hold there for a moment. And we're going to return to center and slowly press into the other shoulder blade. Deep breath in. And sink into that stretch a little deeper. Very good. Then go ahead and unlink your hands. We're going to reach back and down. A few more shoulder rolls backwards. Good. Now you're going to scoot your bottom forward, and we're going to lightly, dynamically stretch our legs. You're going to start by lifting one knee up towards the chest and pulling in tight, and then you're going to let go. These are not deep stretches. We're holding them for a long time. We're just trying to really get them warmed up and loosened so that we can do the deep stretching, and it'll help release a lot of that tension. So we're alternating our legs here. Then I want you to transition to pulling your knee up and across. And by that I mean you're going to pull that knee up and then pull it over and to the other side of the opposite leg. This is a very short stretch. You're just looking for an outside glute stretch here. Very good. All right, now we're going to sit back up and scoot your bottom forward towards the edge of your seat. It's very important that you keep your hands on the sides of the chair for stability here. And then we're going to begin straightening both of our legs out. We're going to lock them as much as we can. My bottom is scooted all the way towards the edge of the seat. My ankles are crossed, and then I'm going to extend both my toes up towards the ceiling. Now we're going to do some breathing together on these stretches because we're moving into those deep ones. So we're going to take in a deep breath together on my count of 3. Don't do it yet. And on the exhale, you're going to drop your chest down towards your toes. It's important here that we're not rounding at the spine. We're spending a lot of time being stuck indoors doing that right now. So we got to work on keeping our spine straight and dropping our chest forward like you have a string pulling you from here first. And we're going to hold that for some deep inhales and exhales. You can always stretch further, more deeply, and with less pain if you fall into that stretch on the exhale. So that's how we're going to style that. Go ahead and put your hands on the sides of your chair. Make sure that your ankles are crossed, your knees are locked out, your toes are extended up. It doesn't matter which ankle is crossed over first. We're going to end up doing both of them. Okay, ready? Deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Straighten at the spine and slow exhale. Pull the chest down towards the toes. Find that first uncomfortable place. Exhale. And we're going to stay here for another breath. And exhale, see if you can sink just a little deeper. Good, we're going to hold there for another second. Good, now slowly lift your chest back up. Rather than uncrossing your ankles, I want you to take whatever ankle is crossed on top and start sliding it up your leg. Ideally, your ankle will come to rest just above the opposite knee. Once you get that leg there, you're going to pull up the other knee underneath it. So now you're sitting with your leg crossed over the top of the other. After I get into that position, I'm opening my hip up. So now I'm letting my knee fall away from me. And I'm actually going to take both hands and gently pulse press into that knee. I'm looking for a very subtle outside glute stretch, and I'm just helping those muscles kind of loosen up. If you've been sitting a lot in the last few days, weeks, depending on how long you've been in quarantine, this is going to feel really, really tight. Just continue pulsing. Good. Now I want you to continue doing that with one hand, but with the other hand, you can grab hold of your foot and do some ankle rolls. You want to go through the full range of motion here without causing pain. A few circles one direction, and then you can pause and go a few circles in the opposite direction. Good. And then you're going to take both hands and you're going to press them together as though you're praying right in front of your breastbone here. And this is just for balance and to find that line of gravity here. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to count 3, 2, 1. We're going to take a deep breath in, and then on the exhale we're going to drop our chest forward, again keeping the chest forward towards that bent leg, and then we're going to stay there for a couple of deep breaths. On every exhale, again, you're trying to sink deeper and deeper into that stretch. Are you ready? Okay, nice deep breath, and 3, 2, 1. And slow exhale. Drop the chest. Find that first uncomfortable place. Full exhale. Relax into it. Deep breath in. And try to sink even deeper. Good. Lift the chest back up, but don't undo yourself yet. We're going to keep our hands pressed together in front of the breastbone. But now we're going to increase that stretch. So what we're going to do is take that deep breath in, but on the exhale, I want you to cross your elbow in front of your body and try to get it on top of the opposite knee. And then we're going to lay on it, okay? So get into that position. Nice deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale, begin twisting the body. Get that elbow to the knee. and full exhale. We're gonna stay here for another breath. Deep breath in. Good, go ahead and untwist yourself. Keep your ankle on top of the other knee though. We're just repositioning into our original spot here. And then you're gonna take both hands, link your fingers together again, and they're gonna go in front of that knee. You're gonna pull that knee all the way up into your chest. And at the same time, slide your bottom all the way out to the edge of your seat. Now, you should already be getting a really good stretch all along the glute here. Then we're going to slowly straighten out the other leg. This is going to make a very subtle stretch, hopefully throughout the opposite hip flexor here. Wow, you guys can see such beautiful pieces of paper now. Very good. And then I want you to pull yourself back up. Keep that leg on the opposite side, and you're going to sit all the way up to have your legs casually crossed here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to press our hands together, straight, elbows, and you're going to place those pressed hands on the outside of your top leg. Now this is how we're going to start this stretch. We're going to take a deep breath in together again, and on the exhale, you're going to drop your chest towards your legs and open your outside arm up towards the ceiling, okay? Not yet. Get in position, press your hands together, move them to the outside of the top leg, not the inside, outside. Okay, deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale, drop the chest, open your arm. And full exhale. We're gonna stay here for another breath. Back up and center. Now we're going to take that top knee and we're going to pull it back up into our chest. You're still sitting up nice and tall here, but then your outside hand is going to slide to the front of your ankle, and you're going to then drop the knee, keep a hold of the ankle, and pull that foot back and behind your body. Sometimes it's easiest to get into this position from here if you scoot your body up and swing back, and then we're going to lean away from that stretch. I'm holding on to my ankle here and I'm pulling that heel into my glute and I'm leaning away from it. This should create a hip flexor stretch here. It should run all the way down your quad on the outside. We're going to take 2 deep breaths here. Deep breath. One more. Very good. And then you're going to go ahead and drop that foot to the floor, but you're going to press your toes into the floor and continue sliding that foot back. Now I'm going to reposition here so you can see me a little bit better. What I'm doing here is I'm creating a lunge using the chair so that I don't have to rely on my own balance for stability here. My back leg has my knee pointing down towards the floor, my toes are pressed into the floor, and my hips are square. They're not turned out and open, they are facing front. Very good. Go ahead and get in that position. And then we're going to do a deep hip flexor stretch. We're really working through these muscles and ligaments. So first, you're going to take your inside hand and place it on the chair for extra stability. And then we're going to take our other hand, straight arm. We're going to take a deep breath in together. On the exhale, we're going to reach up and back. Okay? So exhale all of your air. Deep breath in 3, 2, 1. And exhale. Reach back. Find that uncomfortable place. Full exhale and hold. And we're going to increase that stretch by turning our head to the inside and reaching over our head. Good. from here, we're going to start dropping our chest down towards our knee and just relax our whole body on top of that leg for a moment. Don't forget to breathe, guys. It's the most important piece. And then once more with a straight elbow, palm facing up, we're going to reach up and back. Very good. Okay, we can relax out of that position and come back to center. So now I'm sitting back in the center of my chair. Legs are neutral, spine is neutral, but I'm tilting my hips forward so that I'm sitting on my butt bones and not slouching like this. Very good. And then we're going to do the same series on the opposite side. So the opposite leg, the one that we haven't done all the stretching with, is now going to cross over the top of the other one. We're at our beginning point again. I'm scooting my bottom forward to the edge of the chair, hands on either side of the seat for stability. Ankles are crossed, my knees are locked out, and then I'm going to extend my toes upward, and we're going to take in a deep breath together. Once more on the exhale, we're dropping our chest down towards our knees. Nice deep breath in 3, 2, 1. And slow release, drop the chest towards the knees. Find that first uncomfortable place. And full exhale, relax into that stretch. Good, come back to center here, and without uncrossing, you're going to start sliding that other ankle up the leg. Again, you want the ankle to be just above the opposite knee, and then you're going to pull that knee up underneath it. Reposition your bottom on your seat, make sure it's stable. Then you're going to open that hip up so that the knee is out to the side of your body. And again, we're going to take both hands and we're going to gently pulse into that knee to get those muscles loosened up before we do that deep stretch. Good, and then you can take the other hand and grab the foot. We're going to do some ankle rolls here. Again, you want to be pushing through your full range of motion but without causing physical pain. And switch directions after a few rotations. Again, we're twisting our body, moving our elbow in front to the opposite side where our knee is resting. We're going to do that on the exhale. Nice deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale, make the elbow cross the body, reach for the opposite knee, and full exhale. We're going to stay here for another breath. And come back to center. You can relax your hands, and then we're going to link them together in front of the knee and pull that knee up into the chest. My foot is remaining on the opposite side, on the other side of my body. I'm going to scoot my bottom forward and lean back in my seat. And then I'm going to straighten out my opposite leg and allow that to relax. Gentle hip flexor stretch. And then we're going to uncross that knee, but we're going to keep it up in our chest and start lifting up to get into a cross-legged position. Nice and neutral spine, stable on your chair, casual crossed legs. We're going to press our hands together with straight elbows and move that to the outside of the top leg. And again, we're going to do that chest opening stretch on the exhale together. Nice deep breath in 3, 2, 1. And slow exhale, open your arms and your chest and drop your body down towards your knee. And come back to center. Very good. Now this is where you can kind of scoot yourself to the opposite side of your chair so that you can get into this position a little more easily. You're going to again link your fingers up in front of your knee, pull it into your chest, but then the outside hand is going to slide down to the front of your ankle, and you're going to begin pulling that heel up into your glute and dropping the knee. Once you're in that position, you're going to lean away for a couple of deep breaths. Good. Now go ahead and drop your toe to the floor. Situate, but press your toes into the floor. My knee is pointed down towards the floor, but I'm going to start straightening it out and behind me. Again, we're creating a very deep lunge using the support of the chair. My hips are facing front. And then with the inside hand, we're going to hold on to the chair for stability. For the outside hand, we're going to go palm up, straight elbow. And on the exhale, we're going to reach back. Deep breath in 3, 2, 1. And slow exhale, reach back. We're going to stay here for one more breath. Good. Now we're going to increase that by reaching over our head and turning our head away from the stretch. Good. Begin dropping your chest down towards your knee and just relax into that. And one last time, palm up, elbow straight. We're going to reach up and back on the exhale. 3, 2, 1. Good. We can relax out of that. And now we're going to scoot ourselves back to the center of our chair, nice and stable. Once you're in the center, you're going to scoot your bottom forward a ways, and then we're going to widen our stance. And I'm going to move this so you don't just get crotch shot the whole time. All right. So we're going to have a widened stance. We want our toes to be turned out. Very good. And then both hands are going to go on top of the knees to start. Now, first, we're going to take one arm, doesn't matter which, you can mimic me or you can do the opposite. We're going to drop down onto that elbow, resting on top of the knee. The other hand that's resting on the other knee is going to twist until your fingers are pointing at the floor. My hand is on the inside of my knee, and then I'm going to straighten at the elbow, and on the exhale, I'm going to drop my chest. See how my shoulder is crossing over to the opposite knee, and I'm going to press back against the other leg to create a stretch all along the inside of my thigh. So elbow on the knee, straight elbow on the opposite arm, fingers pointing down, inside of the knee, deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Exhale and press that leg back and away. We're going to hold here for 2 breaths. Good. And then we're going to switch sides. So that straight elbow is now going to come to rest on the opposite leg. Original elbow is going to straighten out. Hand is going to go on the inside of the knee, fingers pointing down. Deep breath in 3, 2, 1. Exhale and drop the chest. Press that leg back and away. Good. Come back to center, but we're going to keep that stance wide. Our last stretch is we're going to take both hands and we're going to, on the exhale, reach both hands to the floor. If your fingertips are not there yet, you can alternate by pressing one hand and then the other, one hand and the other. If both of your hands can already get there, work on bending at the elbows to get your elbows down to the floor. If you're super flexible, try to get your elbows all the way down to the floor and drop your head. Okay, are we ready? Nice deep breath in 3, 2, 1. And slow exhale, reach towards the floor. And full exhale, relax. We're going to stay here for 2 breaths. Slow breath in. One more. And slowly come up. As you do so, link your fingers together, pull them up above your head. Once more, pull those shoulders way up into your ears and stretch one shoulder blade, stretch the other shoulder blade, and open. And that's it. How do we feel? Thanks for stretching with me today, guys. If you liked that video and you'd like to see more like it, please hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to my channel. Additionally, if you have any particular areas that you would like me to help you stretch out in the future, drop me a comment either on Instagram or YouTube, and I will catch you next time. Thanks, bye.